You can make a really simple statement. You can't half solve climate change. So if it's only affordable for half of us, we're not solving the problem.
Yeah.
And so I think that makes you stare very deeply at, well, how do you make it affordable for everyone? You know, the unfortunate reality is if you're in the top 5% of households in Australia, you spend more on alcohol than you do on energy. And roughly meaning you don't care about your energy bills. It's almost unnoticeable. It's like 3%, 2 or 3% of household income if you're in the top 5%. If you're in the bottom 10% of Australian households, you're spending more than 10% of your income on energy, for petrol, for gas, for electricity. So the problem is that $4,500 per year of savings doesn't matter to the people who can afford to do it. It would be really important for the people who can't afford it. It also, the reason I say these big numbers like $4,500 a year and $1 trillion is we're trying to build an argument over time for the people in Canberra to understand that these things are our new energy infrastructure. Our rooftops will be the largest piece of electricity generating infrastructure in the country. There are already days when that is true. Our batteries in our cars and in our homes will be 6 to 10 times as large as the storage capacity of the giant Snowy Hydro storage project. We literally are the infrastructure. It literally saves the country money. We are, historically in Australia, love building infrastructure. Governments love doing infrastructure, so we're trying to get them to love investing in the infrastructure of our households because it has a great return on investment. And if, the reason I said the top 5%, they can pay cash. Honestly, if you're in the top few percent of households and you haven't already done this, you're just a hypocrite. The next 20% of Australian households can reasonably do this on bank loans or up against the mortgage in the next refinance, and that works pretty well. The bottom 20% of Australian households, we just have to, if they're social housing, they're hard, and the government has to have a role there.
Yeah.
And the big 60% of the middle is actually really hard, right? They would benefit from the savings. There's a lot of people in that category who would like these things. They may not own their home, they may not have agency in the decisions, and they don't have a credit score that would allow traditional Australian banking to loan them money. So did the government listen to that? They did. Did they make the right solution? No. So we lobbied and they created a thing called the Home Energy Upgrade Fund. It became $1 billion federally, and there was an extra $300 million to match any state money. I think Victoria was the smartest state that got in for that soonest. But the $1 billion that went to the CEFC just became the CEFC loaning Australia's banks money at slightly better interest rates than the banks could get, but the rules of banking still apply.
Right. So if you are a low-income household with a bad credit rating, you're not going to be able to access that.
Yeah, there are some hacks, but mostly no. It didn't really do the work. We still need to create instruments that are going to help bring all of Australia along.
Yeah.